Titles are fresh. You're set on one.
Welcome back, folks, to the Lighthead Online Video Show. We're live in 2020 here in the studio. And we'd like to tell you that this episode of the show and every episode of the Lighthead Online Video Show in 2020 is brought to you by Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com, peeps. KeystoneTech.com.
Check them out. A lot of new products coming. They have general lamps that are new for them with screw in A lamps, PAR lamps, R lamps, everything that goes with it. So in addition to everything that you know they now have the general purpose LED lights.
Keystone taking over that thing, son. Go to KeystoneTech.com. So, Greg, got an email this morning.
Sir.
It's been back and forth since long before Christmas time. Customers got some wall packs.
What's
LED
going on with those wall packs?
LED wall packs, okay? I think there's 15 on this building. They like do a U shape around the sides and the back. Okay.
What kind of wall pack?
50K.
You don't have to name the brand or whatever.
Non-dark sky friendly.
Just a blob.
Just a blob. Just a good glare bomb on the side of these buildings. They're put up by 2016 maybe.
Ooh.
Okay. So the first one goes out, I don't know, maybe about a year ago.
Wait, 3 years only?
Yeah, that's it. About a year ago. It's a driver.
LEDs don't do that.
A driver, right? So our labor warranty is a year. So after that, it's the manufacturer's warranty, right? So we send them the driver. The guy fixes it, puts a new driver. He's like, I thought I was going to have less maintenance with this. I'm like, hey, yeah, it is what it is, man. Yep. Another driver goes out. We send him the driver. Puts it in, works, right? Another driver goes out. Send him another one. Oh, we're all out of the original driver that goes in that wall pack. We have to use a new driver now. Okay. So now, different size, right? Doesn't fit in the screws, right?
Come on.
So now the guy's got to screw a hole and with a self-drilling screw and put some goop around it so that it doesn't leak, right? Because it's not a core and coil ballast that has a set form factor. And so we finally got the first one in December, or mid-December, that they assigned, and it put it in. It doesn't turn the LED board on, right? So then the guy, we say, okay, I don't know what to do. We call it. Oh no, it's the installation. The installer didn't wire it correctly, right? So we call the guy up, right, and says he's pissed off. So we send one of our electricians. One of my guys goes out there. Okay. He grabs a driver that's working from another one, puts it in that one, turns on. Takes the other driver out, puts it in, doesn't turn on. It's the driver not working.
This is the new driver too, right?
Right, the new one. The new one doesn't work. We used one that was working, took it out of another fixture, put it in, it does work. So it's not the array, it's not the installation, it's the driver's not compatible with that fixture. Okay? So we send it back. Another driver comes up. Different one. Now they're just throwing darts at a board here, right? What do you do? Now it's got to be a whole new fixture. So now they got to send us a new fixture. How long is this going to go on for?
It's a nightmare.
It's going to ruin the relationship between... with you and the customer, and probably you and the person you got it from. It's not going to ruin the relationship between us and the customer.
No? Okay.
No, we've been very clear on the terms and conditions.
Yeah. Sure. But at least it harms you to some degree. I mean, it gives LEDs a bad name, and then they relate it to you sometimes. I'm not saying this instance does, but in my experience, that's what I see happen is, well, you guys sold me these lights and they're not working. That's because you wanted the cheap shit box that we needed to compete with 3 other people, and that's one you picked out. And then they get it, and this is the stuff that's going to happen. And your manufacturer is really the one to blame on this, I think, because they, obviously they have updates and they go through it, but they need to honor their warranty and they need to do the right thing. And sending you drivers, making you go back and making the customer pay is not the right thing if they don't work. Send you a driver that works, send you a driver that fits. Think about that stuff before, manufacturers need to put themselves in your shoes, in the customer's shoes, and say, all right, there's some issues. We have to fix it now. Let's think about it. Can we slam this new driver in there? Maybe. No, you do it. You figure it out. You do one of those, and then you send it to us and make sure it works. Because otherwise, you're spinning your wheels. The customer's spinning their wheels, spending money. Everybody's wasting time on it, and the light's not working. I can't stand it. And it happens. It's commonplace.
It's one of those situations where what is the best thing that can happen? What is the worst thing that can happen? And what is the most likely thing to happen? Right?
So yeah.
The customer in 2016 in this business was completely focused on that best case scenario, man. And that this industry was guilty of shining a light on that and not shining a light on the other two scenarios that were possible. Like, yeah, you know what? Nothing else in the world seems to last forever. But this sure as hell is gonna.
Yeah. Right.
And so it's one of those situations where the most likely case scenario is occurring, and that is that light bulbs burn out and they need maintenance. Mm-hmm. And the more extreme the application, the more likely they are to burn out. So if you're running your LEDs 24 hours a day, if you have them outside in the freezing cold and the heat and the cold and the heat and the cold, guess what? It's going to burn out. It's going to cause problems. And with integrated LED light fixtures, this guy's probably better off just buying a couple wall packs and having them in stock, and every time one burns out, taking off the old wall pack, putting a new one on.
He probably is, but shouldn't the manufacturer just suggest that and do that? I mean, do you blame the manufacturer in this case?
No. I don't like the word blame.
Okay. What do you use?
That word. I think the manufacturer is accountable to the customer.
And are they being accountable right now?
And I'm the customer.
Yeah.
Right?
To me, it doesn't sound like they're giving you the product, but they're giving you the wrong stuff. They're not thinking through it.
Well, they're not. And I've had another manufacturer that claimed that, what's the worst claim you've heard? The worst one I've heard is that they believe that lightning struck the building.
Yeah, remember that storm back in September, and there was some lightning somewhere.
Yeah, they're like, no, there was like some burnouts. Like, was it back then that they burned out because there was a big lightning storm and whatever, that lightning must have hit the building and that caused all the drivers to burn out.
Had to have been that.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Lightning, that was the best one. Voltage surges. That's another one.
Yeah.
Voltage surges.
Never. Right.
Guess what? You have a universal ballast. It's 120 to 277. It's 80 volt to probably 305, right? Nominally, it's 120 to 277. It's probably 80 to 305 or something like that, right? That's the range. It doesn't stop right at 277, right? Yeah. So, a voltage surge? You telling me the voltage went up to 380 volts? No. The voltage goes from... You ever monitor voltage? You ever monitor on a meter? It goes... it kind of goes... It goes up or down a volt. Right? So what's a voltage surge? 10%? 5%? Sure. What's a voltage surge?
Right.
Like, if a voltage surge comes through, how come all the computers aren't out? How come just the LED light fixtures?
I was just on that circuit.
Oh, it was just lightning only hit circuit number 16.
Yeah, the rest were protected. Can't you tell?
Yeah. Oh, what about that enormous transformer that's hanging on the wall? That actually converts the voltage already from 600 on the street down to 120 or 277 or whatever the heck it is. That's not doing anything. That's allowing that lightning strike voltage surge to come through and blast everything for a little bit with a high voltage surge, but only the lights go out. Come on, man. Come on.
I love it.
I don't love it. I think it's darkly funny when they make these excuses. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I guess the right word is I have pity for a lot of these manufacturers because there's a price tag coming down the pipe here, I think.
Oh, for sure. And a lot of them are going to go away because of it. So get the hell out now. Move on.
It's actually better if they go bankrupt.
Yeah.
It's actually better. Like if they cease to exist, because then you could say, well, the manufacturer is bankrupt.
Right.
It's actually better.
Start over.
Yeah. I think it's better that way, because then you can actually say, hey, you know what? There's nothing we can do here. We got to just live with it and move on.
Yeah.
But it's like when they're there and they're avoiding it, that's the issue, right? I don't know.
Yep.
Did I just tell people to go bankrupt, Greg?
I think you did. I think you suggested that certain people should. And I'm not opposed to that in the lighting industry.
Get out of here, right? Folks, this has been the Light Ted Online Video Show. It's sponsored by Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com. Light made easy, the Retrofit Kings. See ya.